One of my worries being that the cabins will be very dark and claustrophobic and then I wouldn't sleep. Well, make up your own mind and sorry about the mess. Well, I got this wrong, didn't I? It's perfectly adequate. I've got a view of the sea, which is great. Keep hoping to see some dolphins. Enough room here for all my clutter. And the thing that I really like, and I think most people appreciate, the shower really works. There's good water pressure, and if you want hot water, it's there on tap. Excuse the pun. Now, over here, well, as you can see, it's the day bed that turns into a night bed. It's extremely comfy. But listening to the passengers, they were saying to me that many of them, especially the younger ones, they don't get to bed until 2, sometimes 4 in the morning. So a good night's sleep, when you do actually hit the cabin, is obviously very important. Right, well, this is my cabin. Shall we go and see some more? On the Canberra, there are cabins for everyone's pocket, and after all, most of us are watching the pennies. If you are watching the pennies, you can have a cabin like this. Very nice. It's got its own shower and air conditioning. Or like this one, nice airy cabin. You've got your bathroom and shower over here. Very airy because you've got 2 portholes. That's your night bed, which of course turns into a day bed. Breakfast's arrived. Oh, the world is looking good. Perhaps I shouldn't. Oh, well, why not? Very nice too. Breakfast in your room, or you can go elsewhere. Who could ask for anything more? Having said that, you can get even better. This is not the top of the range, but certainly large enough to throw your own cocktail party. Aha, I'd forgotten all about that. Thanks very much. Did you see the dolphins?
Yeah, there was some over there earlier on, I think.
Lovely. Are they quite a common sight?
Yeah.
Great. Did you prepare this with your own hands?
Of course.
Marvellous.
Fresh challenge.
Marvellous. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you.
Are you off today?
Yeah.
Cheers. I'm sorry. I'm so busy making this investigative film, I haven't got time to talk to you now. Very busy woman. I was beginning to realise that passengers make the Canberra what they want her to be, from a cricket pitch to a golfing fairway. A place to get in shape, tone those muscles, work off that lunch, even learn a new sport. Anyone for dacoits? The Canberra is also a floating theatre. There's no business like show business, even at sea. Matthew, cruise director.
Well, something of a misnomer, I suppose. Traditional title. I'm really the entertainment director on board.
How do you know what they want?
They're on holiday. They want to enjoy themselves. They want to see all sorts of things they don't have the opportunity to see at home. And that's what we've got to present to them.
And how do you keep it sharp? Because we all know, anyone who's been in entertainment, you've got a show on and then standards start.
We rehearse and we rehearse and we rehearse.
Now, getting your hair done on board is quite an experience.
Enjoy the party! We know that you'll all want more, so come on, girls, let's hit the floor!
Don't make me have a hair wash! Come on, let's get on and do all the bits! Oh, well, I mean, that's wonderful in the heat, isn't it? Why do people bother to have their hair done in climates like this?
It's nice to come and get your hair done. It's much nicer if you can come and pamper yourself. A lot of people don't have time when they're at home, so if they can come in and sit in the luxury of the salon for half an hour, I think it's quite nice on your holiday.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose the other thing is you don't have to have your little phrase book saying posso, da da da, and then find you've gone green or something. We dropped anchor, so I decided to take my new hairdo to Elba. Of course, you don't have to disembark, and many passengers stayed on board, continuing with their very busy schedules, drinking, swimming, and lounging. It's important to keep the staff occupied, don't you think? Right off the tender and on to Elba. Napoleon slept here, and some of us were hot on his trail. Meanwhile, I went for lunch, having found a dish of my own. Well, I don't know what Napoleon was boning on about, but we think Elba's rather nice. Mind you, we're not fallen war heroes, are we? Do you know, the other thing is, on a cruise, you go to, we've been to Elba, we're going to Naples to see the ruins tomorrow. Really looking forward to that because they're absolutely marvellous. We jumped ship at Mallorca, and of course they've been to many other ports, whereas if you're on a normal holiday, package holiday, you just see one of those places. So that's really rather special, and I really enjoyed that. So that's value for money that I don't think you particularly take in. The other thing is, because I think we live on an island, we don't speak French, Spanish, I mean, you know what I'm talking about, we're not fluent, and therefore I get into an awful tiz if I have to ask for the lavatory or order another bottle of wine or some coffee. And the nice thing is, your little security, your floating Britain, is a mile down the road. You can ask advice, if you get into a mess, you can scuttle back, and there's no problem at all, and that's lovely. But take in mind, first of all, that you actually get 6 holidays, really, for the price of one. Cheers, and it's only water. Missing the boat takes on a new meaning when you're cruising, so brimming with culture and lunch, we dutifully climbed aboard our launch back to Canberra. A good day?
Well, I think it's just nice that you can get a taste of places. You don't have to keep packing and unpacking all the time. I hate coaches, and it's just nice for it all comes to you.
What do you like about cruising best?
Going back there at night.
It's nice and safe, isn't it?
It is. It's beautiful.
The ship slid out of Elba, much to my disgust, at about 7 o'clock. We were all rather sorry, because Elba was such a lovely island, all fresh and green, unlike Sardinia, the previous port, which was a little bit dry. Anyway, the Canberra waits for no man or woman, so we were all safely on board. Good heavens, it's dinner time already. Well, whoever it is in your household who does the cooking, isn't it a joy when you haven't got to plan it and shop? Listen to this. This is just one menu. Fruit juice, asparagus spears, hors d'oeuvre, chilled Danish caviar. That could be the one for me. Choice of 5 main courses: fillet of lemon sole, baby rack of lamb, braised duckling, veal, cold buffet. So it goes on. Hazelnut galette. After dinner mince. Oh dear. It's too tempting, isn't it? I think I'll have the lot, waiter. Thank you. And waking up the next morning, the famous Bay of Naples, and we had a choice of 6 excursions, including Rome and Capri. I decided, well, as you can see from the background here, I decided to go to Pompeii, the city destroyed AD 79 by Vesuvius and all that ash. I couldn't wait. I'd been there before, but I wanted to go back. And I took along some friends with me. They're over here. Let me introduce you to them. Nat and Kathleen and Dora, and they're from Belfast, and we're going off now to join our guide. You haven't been here before, have you? We're going to survive the day.
Parents of Cassius, and they conspired against Julius Caesar with the Brutus.
So this is Cassius's parents' house?
Yes, madam.
And this, it looks very opulent. Is this one of the biggest ones?
Exactly.
All those antiquities. It was all wonderful, but very hot. Help was at hand in the form of a quayside trattoria. Perhaps some wine and maybe some spaghetti. Shared experiences, friendships are cemented and continued on board. We talk of work, which seems luckily a long way away, and find we've got friends in common. I think I order some lunch. She look your fish fingers. Maybe. No, you can't. You can have spaghetti and some fish. Yeah. Cheers. That's too much. Thanks for Well, I'm a bit nervous, you see. I haven't had an invitation to the captain's cocktail party, so I'm going to braid him on the deck and see what happens.
Come in.
Oh, he sounds ever so fierce to me. Morning, Captain.
Morning.
Good day, is it, for sailing? Very good indeed. What's your name?
Matthew.
Matthew. Hello, Matthew. I'm Sarah. Now, you explain to us what you're doing here at the junior club.
There are lots of activities to do. We play some good games the whole of the day. Starts at 9 o'clock, finishes at lunchtime, 12:30. Then starts at 1:30 and ends at 6 o'clock.
And what are Mum and Dad doing now?
Mum and Dad, well, you see, that's the only problem. Mummy and Daddy always do something which I don't know. I mean, she went to the court lectures, and I didn't know about it, and I wanted to go, but...
Yeah, she keeps it all quiet. Well, come and introduce me to some of your friends. Have you got a girlfriend?
Yes, I have got a girlfriend.
Oh, what's her name?
Nora.
I had been planning to finish off my thriller and have an early night, but then my steward told me about island nights.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Canberra show dancers and the delicious Miss Sharon Ward.
Well, I did get my invitation to the captain's cocktail party. Here's the man himself. Now, I came out extremely cynical, and we have not heard one single grouse from any of your passengers. I've tried, I've niggled, I've poked, I've prodded, nothing.
Well, I'm very pleased to hear it. Well, I would think that's probably a reflection of the ship as well and what we offer the passenger when they cruise here.
And I think the staff are really very, very good indeed.
Well, thank you very much indeed. I hope you come for a cruise sometime.
Well, all I want is a gin and tonic now. What's the girl to do standing here waiting for a gin and tonic at a cocktail party?
We'll get you one of those, no problem at all.
Michael, it's been a pleasure.
Super.
Thank you
Super.
very,
Nice
very
to
much
have you
having us
aboard.
all. Come on,
Thank you.
let's
Thank you.
go on
Yeah.
over here.
Good.
I think you'd find on Canberra that there's enough room for all sorts. Of course, if you're the life and soul of the party, you'll find similar soulmates. But if you're more like, well, me, your intrepid reporter here, looking for peace and tranquility, and maybe the odd chat, without it becoming a habit, there's room for all of us too. On the Canberra, you can make it your ship.